Hello, this is David Jenkins, La Plata Town Council member from Ward 4. I will be your host for this podcast titled La Plata Ward 4 Update, providing updates about the La Plata Town Council meetings, issues affecting you as residents, and other related activities. I've also started a La Plata Ward 4 video update, which are short videos about specific projects and issues, and have been posted to my Facebook page, facebook.com/djenkinslp Town Council Ward 4 /. These videos are also posted to the app or the website called Nextdoor, www.nextdoor.com//newsfeed. A little background: the Town Council has their work sessions each month on the second and third Tuesday, and then we have our business meeting on the fourth Tuesday. All meetings start at 6 p.m., and now the Town Council work sessions and business meetings are now hybrid. That is, you can attend in person or virtually. Each agenda provides a link to attend virtually using the Microsoft Teams platform. Meeting agendas can be accessed to the town website, www.townlaplata.org. And please note, all meetings are recorded, so you can view them later at your leisure. So now let's get started with our latest update. Hi, and welcome again to this latest episode of La Plata Ward 4 Update podcast. Hi, this is Dave Jenkins, La Plata Town Council member from Ward 4, and again, your host for this podcast. This is a follow-up episode from my May 31st, 2022 podcast entitled La Plata's Planning Department and What Do They Do? This episode is a brief summary of the town's 2020 comprehensive plan that was adopted in September 2020. Let's begin with an overview of the plan. The comp plan, as we call it, is a policy guide used by both the Town Council and the Planning Commission to make decisions about future growth and development within La Plata. The plan's goals and objectives are implemented over time through decisions related to annexations requests, rezonings, subdivision or preliminary plans, and the location and construction of public improvements. The comp plan also serves as a basis for the preparation of our annual fiscal year budget and capital improvements program, CIP. Now, state law requires that each comprehensive plan in jurisdictions, including the town, must address or must include what they call 12 visions. So let me list those briefly for you. The first is to have a goal or vision that talks about quality of life and sustainability. The second vision talks about the need for public participation by our community and citizens. The next talks about the need to have growth areas where future growth may or may not occur, but should be adjacent to existing population centers and infrastructure. The next vision talks about that community should have design elements, specifically compact, mixed-use, and walkable areas. The next vision talks about infrastructures, that is, growth areas should have the available water resources and sewer to accommodate business and population growth. What follows then is also that we should have a transportation system that is well maintained and has a multimodal. That is, there are choices other than the car. And I know we're somewhat limited down here in La Plata. The next vision should include housing. There should be a range of housing types and densities for existing and future residents. The next goal or the next vision talks about environmental protection of water resources and streams and bays. This follows in that there should be resource conservation. That is, we should cherish and preserve waterways, forests, agriculture areas, and open space and other related natural systems. Closely related, this is another vision called stewardship. That is, the government, business entities, and residents are responsible for the creation or maintaining of sustainable communities. And finally, the final state vision that's required is there should be an implementation plan so the plan doesn't gather dust and just sit on a shelf. It is actually implemented over time. Also required by state law that each comp plan, that is, each comprehensive plan, must have the following elements, where these 12 visions I talked about earlier are incorporated within these chapters or elements. The first is goal. Each plan should have goals and objectives. The plan should have a discussion of community facilities. Should talk about areas of state critical concern. That means wetlands and related areas. Should talk about existing and future land use. Should also include development regulations about sensitive areas, that is, buffer areas around streams and waterways. For instance, we have Port Tobacco Creek that's near the town. We should have a good transportation network. There has to be what they call a municipal growth element, where future growth could be anticipated, hopefully with the necessary infrastructure and resources. And finally, there should be an element that talks about water resources. So I'm going to go now to a fairly lengthy discussion, and I apologize if I have to read these, but it's important that you hear these and understand these. So I'm going to go back and read through our current comp plan, again adopted in 2020. Our goals, the plan goals. Now each goal has an action items for implementation. And again, I cannot stress it strong enough how this is used as a guide to how Plata grows. And these are made through decisions made by the town's planning commission and us on the town council. So bear with me while I read through these goals in the current comprehensive plan. Goal number 1, La Plata will maintain and enforce its plans and policies to strengthen the downtown core area and maintain its strong town character. Goal number 2, new development areas will reflect the principles of walkability, sustainability, and environmental protection. These first two goals are frankly one of my hot buttons, as I'm very, very keenly interested in redeveloping our downtown area, but also providing walkable areas within the town. Let's move on to Goal 3. La Plata will develop flexible planning requirements to support anchor institutions and new and micro business and economic opportunity. Goal number 4, La Plata will expand its boundaries when and where there is a clear net economic and/or environmental benefit to doing so, and only supported with adequate public facilities. Obviously, that is fairly important given our current activity of looking at several different annexation requests. Goal 5, improve intergovernmental coordination with respect to annexation development processes and public facilities. We currently do that as we work with Charles County with respect to annexation requests, water and sewer activity, as well as school seat allocation. Goal number 6, protect sensitive environmental areas through resource conservation and other natural resource management tools. We recently adopted a buffer area adjacent to streams and other sensitive areas. Let's go on to Goal 7. We should require a high standard of environmental protection in new subdivisions through regulations that protect forested lands, forest stands, and mature trees, stream valleys, steep slopes, and waterways. This is also supported by county and state regulations as well. Goal number 8, meet or exceed regulatory goals for protecting the Port Tobacco River and the Zacaya Swamp watersheds. These are fairly large areas that impact La Plata. Goal number 9, encourage programs and projects that connect residents to the town's natural resources. Goal number 10, plan upgrades and enhancements to the town's wastewater infrastructure to ensure growth and development can be accommodated within the Chesapeake Bay restoration framework. Goal number 11, ensure that future water supply needs of the town can be met while preserving the long-term sustainability of shared groundwater resources. The town council and previous councils have actively been pursuing this over a number of years, working with Charles County and the Maryland Department of the Environment. Goal number 12, protect local watersheds by implementing protective development and stormwater management practices that minimize and mitigate the impact of additional runoff from new development. Again, the town has been active over a number of years replacing and maintaining stormwater management facilities throughout the town and also to meet the state requirements. Goal number 13, preserve and enhance high-quality and sensitive water resources impacted by growth and development. Goal 14, meet or exceed stormwater management goals as expressed in runoff standards and requirements. Again, part of the state requirements. Goal number 16, and again, another one near and dear to my heart, continue to make La Plata a very walkable community. We have a ways to go, but we are making progress. Goal 17, better manage the supply of existing parking and limit new off-street parking. Actually, there is more parking availability in the town than one meets the eye, and the planning staff is working on perhaps some different parking standards. Goal 18, support regionally significant transportation improvements. Again, we coordinate efforts with Charles County in their annual transportation priority letter that is submitted in the fall of each year to the Maryland Department of Transportation. Goal number 20, strengthen town services and programs with adequate staffing and technical expertise. We've begun to address this by a staffing and needs study to look at existing and future staffing needs as the town grows. Goal number 21, establish a capital improvements plan to guide the town's infrastructure investment. Again, this is an annual process implemented through our fiscal year budget and capital improvements plan. Excuse me. Goal 22, identify and develop municipal services which can be self-sustaining as a resource to other unincorporated areas of municipalities in the region. Goal number 23, encourage mixed-use development in new subdivisions and in downtown redevelopment projects. That's currently underway with existing regulations, and the Planning Commission staff and planning staff are looking at new opportunities for mixed-use development. Excuse me. Goal 24, encourage a range of housing, density, type, cost, and size in new subdivision to welcome a diverse population. Goal 25, support, quote, aging in place, end of quote, initiatives to attract and retain La Plata senior citizens. I'm one of them now. Goal number 26, focus the town's community and economic development efforts on the downtown core, demonstrate private investment to attract private capital. This again relates to opportunities to improve or provide reinvestment for downtown La Plata. Goal number 28, support workers in the gig economy and telecommuting. This has certainly been an issue with the advance of COVID. Number 28, build on the town's economic strengths, which there are many, including our small town feel, but also our divergent and exciting business community. Goal number 29, create strategically located community and neighborhood parks. We have a 2011 Parks and Recreational Master Plan, and we have a very active Parks and Recreation Commission, of which I'm a member. Goal number 30, meet identified facilities, especially for indoor recreation and sports fitness, walking, and swimming, and programming for youth, elderly, and disabled residents. Again, the Parks and Recreation Commission is investigating those opportunities and trying to partner with Charles County and other entities for more recreational opportunities. Goal number 31, ensure that new development in the town provides on-site recreation and open space, but also contributes its fair share to the public parks and recreation and open space plan. And finally, goal number 32, create a town-wide walking, biking trail system as recommended, again, what I referenced previously, the 2011 La Plata Parks and Recreation Master Plan. So again, this is just a brief summary of our 2020 comprehensive plan, known as the COMP plan, that was adopted in September of 2020. And by state law, this plan has to be updated once every 10 years. So we're just into the beginning cycle. And one of the important chapters in the COMP plan is tracking how we implement the COMP plan goals and objectives. So I will be providing some additional follow-up to that as well. And I will be posting a comp plan video shortly, perhaps being able to show some graphics from the comp plan that would provide more visual information for you. So again, I want to thank you for listening to these podcasts. As always, please email me with your questions, comments, and ideas at my email address, djenkins@townofplata.org. Thanks again, and I hope to hear from you soon. This concludes the latest La Plata Town Council Ward 4 update. I hope you find this podcast informative and useful. So let me know what you think. I look forward to speaking to you again and listening to your questions and concerns. To reach me, my email address is djenkins@townoflaplata.org, or my cell phone number is 301-263-3471. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.